This story caught our attention today, and it should catch yours too. The Verge AI is reporting on Did the Pope use AI to write about the dangers of AI? What's actually going on here is it's possible that AI was used to write parts of Pope Leo XIV's latest encyclical about AI's impact on humanity. An analysis by Lynch Zhang posted on the forum Less Wrong found certain paragraphs of Magnifica Humanitas to be between 40% and 100% written by AI, according to the popular AI detector Pangram. It's worth pausing to consider the second and third order effects here. Beyond the immediate news, this creates ripple effects across the ecosystem that we'll be watching closely. New capabilities at the model layer unlock new possibilities at the application layer, which in turn creates new demand at the infrastructure layer. It's a compounding cycle, and each turn of the flywheel tends to happen faster than the last. That's what makes this moment in AI genuinely different from the hype cycles of the past. The underlying technology is actually improving at a rate that justifies the attention. The trick is staying calibrated, excited enough to move quickly, skeptical enough to avoid chasing things that don't deliver real value. That balance is what separates the teams making meaningful progress from the ones just making noise. Stay tuned. This story is likely to develop further, and we'll keep you updated. You are going to want to hear this one. Wired AI is reporting on Pope Leo schooled the tech brothers on Tolkien. The real story here is the Holy Father referenced The Lord of the Rings in his encyclical about AI, an expert, if unintentional, troll of tech billionaires who keep misinterpreting the series. For anyone building on top of AI right now, this is exactly the kind of signal you need to factor into your roadmap. The landscape is shifting, and knowing why matters as much as knowing what. The surface-level story is interesting, but the deeper story is about where the leverage points are, which teams are executing with real conviction, and which trends have genuine durability versus which ones are hype cycles that will fade. Our job on this channel is to help you cut through the noise and focus on what actually matters. And developments like this one, when you put them in the full context of what's happening across the industry, are telling us something important about where we're headed. Pay attention to the pattern, not just the individual data point. We'll be watching closely how this develops over the coming days and weeks. Here's something worth paying close attention to. TechCrunch AI is reporting on DuckDuckGo installs are up 30% as users reject being force-fed Google's AI search. The key detail you need to know is Google overhauled search at I/O 2026, replacing blue links with AI agents. DuckDuckGo app installs spiked 30% as users seek a way out. Think about what this means for the broader AI landscape. Companies and developers who adapt quickly stand to gain a real competitive edge, while those who ignore this shift may find themselves playing catch-up. We're at a point where the pace of change isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. Every week brings another announcement that would have seemed impossible 2 years ago. The organizations paying attention, building internal expertise, and staying close to these developments are the ones who will be positioned to move fast when the right opportunity arrives. The ones that aren't paying attention will wake up one day to find the entire competitive landscape has shifted around them. That's not hyperbole. That's the documented pattern of every major technology transition we've seen in the past 3 decades. Stay tuned. This story is likely to develop further, and we'll keep you updated. Now, this is genuinely interesting. Wired AI is reporting on why the Vatican invited Anthropic to the Pope's AI encyclical presentation. The key detail you need to know is Pope Leo's first encyclical marks an unprecedented alliance between the Church and Silicon Valley. The implications here go beyond the immediate headline. We're talking about a shift that could reshape how millions of people interact with AI tools on a daily basis. And it's not just about the technology itself, it's about the workflows, business models, and expectations that get rebuilt around it. When a capability like this becomes widely available, it doesn't just improve what already exists. It makes entirely new things possible. Entire categories of software get reimagined. processes that used to require specialized expertise become accessible to anyone. That democratization is one of the most powerful and underappreciated aspects of where AI is headed, and stories like this one are a window into how that transition is actually unfolding in real time. Stay tuned. This story is likely to develop further, and we'll keep you updated. Now, this is genuinely interesting. Wired AI is reporting on what Pope Leo XIV's first encyclical says about the power of AI. The key detail you need to know is in Magnifica Humanitas, the Pope decries the concentration of technological power in a few global players. The implications here go beyond the immediate headline. We're talking about a shift that could reshape how millions of people interact with AI tools on a daily basis. And it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the workflows, business models, and expectations that get rebuilt around it. When a capability like this becomes widely available, it doesn't just improve what already exists. It makes entirely new things possible. Entire categories of software get reimagined. Processes that used to require specialized expertise become accessible to anyone. That democratization is one of the most powerful and underappreciated aspects of where AI is headed, and stories like this one are a window into how that transition is actually unfolding in real time. This is absolutely worth keeping an eye on as the space continues to evolve at a rapid pace. This one is a big deal, and here's why. Ars Technica AI is reporting on millions of AI agents imperiled by critical vulnerability in open-source package. The real story here is Bad Host was found in Starlet, a package with 325 million weekly downloads. This kind of development doesn't happen in isolation. It signals a larger trend that has been building for months, and today's announcement is likely just the beginning of what's coming. When you look at the velocity of releases, the amount of capital flowing into this space, and the caliber of talent working on these problems, it's clear we're still in the early innings. Each new capability unlocks a new category of applications that simply weren't possible before. Developers are already building on top of these foundations, and the things they're creating are going to surprise people. The most important thing you can do right now is stay informed and stay curious, because the gap between those who understand these tools and those who don't is going to matter more and more. The implications here are significant for anyone serious about following AI developments. Here's a major development making waves right now. TechCrunch AI is reporting on OpenRouter more than doubles valuation to $1.3 billion in a year. To understand why this matters, OpenRouter has raised a $113 million Series B led by Capital G. Its 5x growth in usage over 6 months indicates the multi-AI model future is here. What's fascinating here is the timing. This comes as the industry is at an inflection point, and moves like this one could accelerate the timeline in ways that weren't expected even 6 months ago. The pace of capability improvement has been relentless, but what's changing now is how quickly those capabilities are being translated into real-world products. The research to deployment cycle that used to take years is now taking months, and in some cases weeks. That compression has enormous consequences for every industry that involves information, creativity, or decision-making, which is to say nearly every industry. The people who will thrive in this environment are the ones who can separate the signal from the noise, stay grounded in what's actually working, and move decisively when the right moments arrive. This is absolutely worth keeping an eye on as the space continues to evolve at a rapid pace. And that's your AI news roundup for today. If any of these stories caught your attention, drop a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. Hit subscribe so you never miss a daily update, and I'll see you tomorrow.